go. We are back. We're kicking it with Kay. I am so happy to be back. I have not been here since January. You know, I am so happy to have a returning guest for one, my big sister Brittany. Okay, Purr. I know you guys remember her from my other pod where it was ladies' night, and she came and she graced me with her presence. And then I have my brother-in-law here. He's a first-time guest on my show. Shout outs to him. You can catch him on BFA. They have a podcast as well. They lit. Well, he lit, period. So as you can see, this pod is all about Black love, you know. But before we jump into that, I mean, I just think it's only right for me to bring in my pod the right way. With me returning and being gone since January, I just feel like, you know, the Mac has returned. So we're going to drop this song right quick, and we're just going to kick it a little bit with Kay. Hey. She back, she back, she back. Hey.
But I guess you never knew. As I said, a story goes. Baby, now I got the flow. Cause I know it from the start. Baby, when you broke my heart, that I had to down my game. I will show you that I'm ready. Your love of mine. All those times I said that I love you. Your love of mine. Yes, I try. Yes, I try. Your love of mine. Even though you know I died for you. Your love of mine. Yes, I cry. Yes, I cry.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac. That's period. The Mac has returned to come and slay. So as you can tell, like I said, we are here for all Black love. We're going to start out just asking you guys a few questions just so my viewers can get to know what your status is. So I want to ask you guys, starting off, how long have you been married?
We've been married for 11 years.
Okay. And how many children do you have?
We have 7.
7 children. 7 children up in here. So y'all been busy. I'm just playing. Okay, so I'm going to start out with Perry. I'm going to ask you this question. The same questions I asked Perry is going to be the same question I'm going to be asking you. So first, I would like to know, describe your mate in one word and tell your mate why that's the word you chose.
That's funny.
Man, so many words. One.
Yep, or the main one you feel like this one word, it describe my wife to the T.
Outstanding.
Okay. Okay. And why did you choose that word?
She's perfect at everything she does.
Okay, now wait, hold on. No, you ain't trying to score tonight. She already pregnant. I'm just playing. That was a great answer. I agree with that. You are very outstanding, Brittany. So for you, what's one word you will use to describe your husband and explain to him why you chose that word?
Let me think. Got a couple.
Okay, okay. Got a couple in mind.
I'll say he is. He's a passionate person when he's like it's something he's really like passionate about. He will encourage people. He'll be like, I know that this person can do this, and like always call him a promoter at heart. Like if he believe in something, he gonna have passion behind it. He gonna promote it. He gonna do whatever he can do to try to get it
Dedication.
off. Yeah.
Okay, okay. We got some dedication up in here, some passion. That's period. Okay. So I agree with that for Perry as well. I do think he's very passionate when it comes to things that he are, very dedicated about or that he's very into. So I agree with that. Okay, y'all. Okay, outstanding it. Okay. So what is your definition of real love? What advice would y'all give someone like me who's 30 years old, who, is single, who's trying to embark on, probably a new journey with someone else? What is your definition as a woman, as a wife, of real love? Not just black love, just real love at this moment. What is your definition?
When I think about real love, I think that definitely the factors that go into it is being selfless and being able to or willing to sacrifice, because I think about me like as a mother, um like for my kids, I'm gonna always be selfless. They're always gonna come first because I love them unconditionally. I love them, as real love. And then I'm always gonna sacrifice for them. Like, if I get, when I'm pregnant, I don't drink. It's how
Right,
I'm
right.
just, that's what you do for somebody that you really, really is real, real love. So you're definitely gonna put yourself behind them.
Absolutely, absolutely. That was a great response. I agree with that 100%. Selfless is the best word that you use with just describing that right there. Selfless is one of the main things I feel you have to be with trying to love on someone, whether, like you said, it's your spouse or whether it's your child. If you're not selfless, it's gonna take away from the experience you're trying to give. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Okay, so Perry, what is your definition of true love, real love?
True love. It's a lot of words for true love. Compromising,
Mm-hmm.
one of them. Um, you got to make sure you spend that time together with one another.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and communication is important
Absolutely.
when it comes to real love.
Communication is key. If we can't talk, I don't know what we're gonna do. So I agree with both of those being very great answers. So what I want to do now is ask you guys, does kids put a strain on the marriage? Does having kids put a strain on marriage? So when I'm asking that, I'm not just talking about you guys specifically, like even as far as your friends. Do you all feel like married people or people who've been together for a long time period, once they have children, it strains the relationship or the marriage?
I would say yes, due to we don't ever have a babysitter, it's hard to get a nanny, and we don't really have a lot of that me time.
Right, right.
But other than that, yeah, it's hectic, especially
Hmm.
with the different age groups. We got
Right.
8, 3, 2, 1, 14, 1. Did I say 1?
Yeah, I think you said one.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Newborn.
Yep.
if we
Okay.
had a stronger support system, I think it'd be a lot better.
Okay. So do you feel like basically, do y'all know of people who you feel like you are able to watch them pretty much have a stronger support system and it's kind of like a envious thing, or do you pretty much kind of like settle in your own mind, like, okay, that's just not us. We don't have that. Can that be an envious thing sometimes? Like even if it's your friends or you just see these other people, whether they're couples, they have 2 or 3 children. Let's say a couple that has the same amount as you guys,
Mhm.
and they're willing to have a support system. And can that become an envious thing?
Not envious, you just get a little irritated at times because you got to miss out on certain things sometimes.
Right, right. Okay. And what about you, Brittany? Going back to the original
Um,
question, do you feel like having kids can put a strain on the marriage or a relationship?
I definitely think it does. I think that it can if you and the person are already not as strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just think anything in life can come and happen, whether it's kids or whatever. But if y'all have that strong unit, it makes it easier. Like it makes the struggle easier. So
Mm-hmm.
if y'all already are not that strong together, and then now here come kids, here come bills,
Right.
it's like,
Yep.
okay, you know,
Yep.
you're not already strong in this area, and then now we already can't, we're trying to handle all the other stuff around us,
Right.
deal with what we got going on
Right.
too. So I feel like it depends on, definitely the support system, but also the support system within one another
Okay.
also. So I think that's definitely important, because if we can just, lean on each other, come together, whatever, like, or gotta stay in the house and stuff like that, we can like make the most of it. But
Right. Movie night or something
yeah,
like
but if
that.
it's like something where it kind of like, it's not being received really well, like if we got to stay in the house or something like that, it's more of a um damper thing, then it's gonna be just it's gonna be that. So
So basically, if you pretty much already have a strong foundation, it probably won't crumble as much, or it wouldn't be such a big
it wouldn't.
thing.
Yeah, I feel I think that kids definitely can put, especially like how we got
Small
stair step
children,
kids,
right?
so it's definitely annoying for
Right.
sure. Um, trying to have that time, but I feel like you have to make the best of it because like to piggyback off of what Perry said, it's not that often that we do get the break that we sort of need with having that many kids.
Right.
And so I be feeling like, at this point we got to kind of try to make the best of it, or you
Uh-huh.
can kind of like lose your mind dealing
Right.
with the amount of kids in the age. If, like I said, we don't have like big kids, we could be like, okay, y'all all go into your room and get on your
Right.
devices.
Right.
We got 1, 2, and 3-year-olds who all want our attention at the same
Attention.
time. And
Yep.
if I'm tired, he tired, we both tired. It's like, what?
Right.
Like somebody go find a different mama or something.
Hey, talking about this, I think you need to try to find a backup nanny too.
Right. The lady been trying to have us get a backup nanny for the launch. Like, you want to meet the lady? No, we really didn't even want to meet you, but we did.
Okay, any nannies out there watching the pod? The Davenports are looking for a 60-year-old nanny. No,
we looking for
I know
an
Mrs. Duffire.
we looking for an in-house nanny. No.
well, they're looking for a 24/7 caregiver for the children. Okay. I feel like those are some really, really, really dope answers. Okay, so I'm moving on. Do you feel like your spouse should have your password to your phone? Why or why not? I'm gonna start with you, Perry.
Sure. I don't have nothing to hide. It's a little privacy, but yeah, I don't have anything. Me and my boys be talking crazy and shit. That's about it. So yeah,
Okay,
I
so
don't
you
mind.
wouldn't mind. It's pretty much like you're gonna go in there and probably see me and my niggas talking some shit, but for the most part,
Right.
you ain't gonna find anything you ain't supposed to be finding.
Right.
Okay, all right, okay. Just don't go through me and my brother's messages, Okay, and what about you, Brie? Do you feel like your spouse should have your password to your phone? Why or why not?
I think they should have a password to the phone. Pretty much anything.
Okay.
Phone, social media, whatever it is. Um, Only because I just think for me, like say for instance, like with my password, even when I don't want to give it, I always like give it to King
Okay.
because of an emergency. Now I'm
Mhm.
sitting here, got my phone locked for whatever reason, and then it's an important something going on, and he can't even get into it. It's like not never that serious.
Mhm.
So I tell King all the time, like I'm gonna change my password or something, not give it to him. But then I'll be like, if it's ever was an emergency and this was the only phone in the house, I can't even get in it because
Right.
it's a password on it. So I think for emergency purposes, I think that passwords are definitely necessary to have on phones and stuff. If you lose them, people can access your. I'm real big on like pictures of my kids and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that you should have a password on your phone, but I definitely think that's something y'all should communicate to, like, hey, this is my password or whatever.
Right.
Um, I know, like what Perry said, like a privacy thing. I try to think about that sometimes, like as far as like with marriage.
Mhm.
I know it's kind of how you got to have a balance, but it's like the privacy work can kind of get a little iffy because it's like privacy of, I don't know, kind of like privacy of maybe what, like what privacy that you, I guess when you think of like husband and wife, or if I think about like me and him, it's kind of like what is kind of a secret.
Right.
I try to think about what will I not tell him.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of like what privacy or what is something that you wouldn't want me to know. But at the end of the day, like you said, him and his boys, we talk, they might can tell him something that ain't my business.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? He's my business, but what they got going on my business. Just
right.
like if you writing me about something personal.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like I said, it can get touchy when you're in a relationship, especially in a marriage. But to a certain extent, I can understand like there are some privacy things, but I just think that if it comes to the table, just definitely like be open and willing to give that if that's something that
needs to be done.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me ask both of y'all this, because it seems like y'all both are kind of saying y'all don't mind the whole password thing. What advice would y'all give to a 30-year-old married couple who feels like they don't want to give neither one of each other the password? The husband feels like, hey, no, and the wife feels like, hey, no. What advice would y'all give them as far as that causing a rift in their marriage?
If it's not messing y'all marriage up, continue to do so. Like y'all got it going.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. If it works for them, then
Mhm.
it works. I mean, some people not don't care about that type of stuff.
But see, that's
But
the
if it
issue.
don't,
It is causing an issue in their marriage. It's
oh,
causing
so
a
it is
rift.
causing an
Yeah.
issue. Oh,
So
well, I think anything that is causing a problem in your marriage, I am big on that. That is not that thing has to go. If it's because there's nothing that should be causing a problem between us. So that's definitely something that needs to be worked out. If you're having a problem with giving me your password or me, say for instance, giving my password out, it was the problem.
okay.
So it's go, so I definitely that's something to work out and see if you can come to a compromise and see like, hey, this is why I want the password, this is why I needed it, stuff like that. But you don't
Okay.
want to keep that negative energy in your marriage.
Absolutely, especially just over like Perry said, if it's just pretty much me having to let you know, like, hey, well, I'm talking to my guys in here, or even for the female, hey, I'm talking about to my sisters about their personal business, so that's why my password on here. But if you have dirt going on, and that's your reasoning why, then you need to rethink the whole marriage. As far as me giving the example of the 30-year-olds, if that's y'all
just because you got
issue,
my password on me, you pick my phone up and go through my that's not
right?
that's not
what it's
supposed to be
for,
the me, right?
right?
That's not the reason for your password,
Right.
that you have it. It's for, like I said, emergency purposes or anything. I might need
Right.
you to go into my phone. I passed out or something. You need to go get a certain number out here. Call some. It's for
Right.
that type of stuff. It's not just because
To
you
be
got
messy.
my
Right.
got my phone,
Right.
my password. You going through my phone? No,
Absolutely, I agree. Okay. Well, once again, y'all, we are kicking it with Kay. I am back. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to have my two guests with me. Like, this is like so super dope. I have been gone, just taking care of some bills, taking care of Michaela, to be honest. And I was kicking it with myself, to be honest. But now I'm back kicking it with y'all. So I'm just so happy to be here. And I'm just happy about this energy. And we're going to keep it mother freaking going. Because today we are back with another banger. Okay. How did you know your spouse was the one? I'm gonna start with you, Perry. How did you know? You know what? I'm about to go ahead and marry her. That's my wife.
Well, I had ran into her a couple times. My first time running into her was at y'all cousin wedding.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Boy Dill. Well, y'all cousin is Taisha, but yeah. And I didn't talk to her then. Then I became a promoter at the Onyx nightclub, and she called my phone. I didn't know who it was, but she needed a ticket, and the conversation kind of sort of went to the left. And then when I saw her, I was like, "Oh man, like
you gotta tell us the conversation, bro. You can't just say it went left. What happened? We want to know if you already was showing some red flags."
Was.
Yeah, I was.
You didn't know Adam even cussed me clean out on the phone.
What?
Well,
yes.
I told her to come down the one way, and I pay her ticket at the police. She was worried about the police, so she didn't want to come down the one way. She finally came down the one way though. And when I saw her, I apologized to her because I was cussing and
I'm like trying to get
aggressive.
a ticket to go to the play on the phone with this crazy man. Trying to give me directions to his house, and he's telling me to come down a one way. I'm like, that's illegal.
Yeah, it was.
So he's yelling on the phone. He's cussing.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was the hair, the nails, and the feet for me, and I had to get my mind right.
I'm looking at him like, why are you yelling and cussing? He like, I'll pay your ticket if you get a ticket. I'm like, boy, let me get this ticket.
Right? Are you a stranger? You gonna pay my ticket though?
Right? He'll pay the ticket if I get a what's it called? And me knowing him now, he wasn't finna pay the ticket.
Okay, so at that moment,
you would have been. I'm saying, you would have. I would have called him like, "Hello,
I got a ticket."
I got a ticket.
Okay, so Perry, we want to let you keep going. You said you met her. It was the feet, was the nails. So I'm saying, like, when did you know that you wanted that to be your wife? Was it just in that moment, or was it once y'all start communicating, y'all exchange numbers? I'm still trying to follow.
At that point, I didn't know if I wanted her to be my wife. I just knew I wanted her.
Okay, all right. He just knew he wanted you. So when did you know she was the one you wanted to be your wife? When did that sink in for you to say, I can't be without her?
Probably a little after 60 days.
Okay, all right. And what was it about her that made you feel that way? What made her different from all the other women you have been with?
She was just cool, caring, the smile, the little dates on the porch and stuff.
Okay, y'all had dates on the porch?
Yeah. I meant to say this too. I had lied to her and told her my mom's house was my house. And she was trying to figure out why we were sitting outside on the porch.
I wasn't trying to figure it out. I was still trying to figure out why he was lying. I had figured out by the second time coming over that it was his mother's house. Like, why are we out here if this is your mom's house?
Shout out
And
to
she-
Gloria.
and she cussing us out. Get out of my house, PJ. I'm like, dude, this is not your house. You irritate.
Okay. Little love story going on here. I'm gonna drop a little tear. Okay, Brittany, how and when did you know Perry was the one? How did you know this is who you wanted your husband to be? When was this, and what was it about him?
Was it the eat out of the?
No, my mother is
Oh, oops.
watching.
I didn't even hear. All I heard was
I'm so
Hey,
happy
moms.
nobody heard.
he said
That
something
wasn't it.
he said going out.
No,
No.
something very gross for TV.
Well, it's kicking with K. We uncensored around it a bit. No, I'm just playing.
I'm so stressed out that he just said that.
I'm my right ear over here and I ain't even catch it. I must really wasn't supposed to hear it.
So it wasn't that.
No, it wasn't. Okay, first off, when I first met him, it was like somebody rode in on a white horse. That's who he was for me at the time because like I had been through like a little stretch of a relationship, whatever.
Okay.
And he was like something I had never came across before. Like he like swept me off my feet. He was the sweetest thing I ever met. Kind,
Okay.
gentle.
Was it when I put money on your books?
Oh my God. He done bought about the money on the book. Money on the book. He was out here setting it off. Had to go do a bid.
He's so first off.
No, you gotta explain the money on the books now.
Money on my books.
We gotta explain the money on the books
Man, I had
now.
only knew you for like
Right.
2 weeks.
I went to jail for a little bit. For a little bit. He went and put money on the phone.
How long were you incarcerated?
No, he put money on the
Few
phone,
months.
paying money on my book. Like, dude.
And I came and saw you too.
And he came and visited me.
So
while
you
I was
visited
there.
you in jail. Did you have
Yeah.
Brittany? I'm about to pass out, y'all. Well, hold on. This is a thuggish love story right now.
Shout out to all her jail bros. I held her down.
Who did my braids in there? He was like, you get your braids. Yeah.
I'm like, damn,
So,
you
yeah,
got
he-
friends already?
Got you a sale buddy already.
Right. So that was probably it. That right there probably was, like I said, before I went in there, and when I went there, and
So he just
We
was the
supposed to go on a
sweetest
picnic,
thing.
too.
right.
Okay.
He was the sweetest thing.
And I
He
thought
lied.
she was standing me up until y'all mom called me.
Right. And it's so funny because I was on the phone with mama and she was like, somebody call. I forgot what I had his name say. And there was something.
Mhm.
And then she was like, she said the name. She was like, somebody calling, whatever. I'm like, answer the phone, tell him everything that happened. Be honest. Cause I'm like, I don't want him to.
Aww. Well, shout outs to Kenyatta for keeping the glue together.
Right, because mama and him came and visit. Well, mama brought him. Mama wouldn't come in. So mama and Perry, they done met each other already without me having to introduce them or
Right.
nothing. Because they didn't sit up here and then they went to famous days afterwards. I'm like, this too much.
already was in the family before you put the ring on the finger.
Right.
Okay. Well, thank you, Sue, for sharing that. I just think that was just so. Honestly, I think that was just so sweet. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna be moving on to the next question. If there is infidelity in the marriage, should retaliation be expected? I'm gonna start with you, Perry. Now, when we answer these questions, we're answering from, even if this happened with one of our guys in their relationship, this happened with a female in her marriage. If your sister was coming to you for advice and she said, hey, this, my husband stepped out on me. So when I'm asking these questions, it's for overall marriage period. Do you feel like if your guy came to you right now and said, hey, I stepped out on so and so forth, I think now she cheating. What would you be saying? How do you feel about that? Do you feel like, hey, you did it, I did it, hey, that's what it is? Or do you feel like it's pretty much like, leave me then? What is your opinion as a man on that?
I don't feel like leave me, but retaliation is not the answer. Either get some professional help or part ways, because the situation can get a lot dangerous after that.
Wait, hold on. What the fuck? Hold on. I need some clarity before they shut my show down.
Oh, my bad.
Just
like, you or your spouse can come home with an STD and then give it to
Right.
that spouse. And
Right. Yeah.
if it's something not curable,
right. Now you got this for the
do
rest of your
crazy
life,
shit,
but you
yeah.
still got kids to raise, and that's
but you
absolutely
might
true.
end up in jail, like if it's something not curable. So yeah, get professional help.
Okay,
A
Brittany.
marriage counselor, a pastor.
But don't go thinking the option is or the answer is to retaliate, because that can cause diseases. It can cause obviously more of a rift in the relationship or the marriage. And now we got this ongoing cycle, kind of like tit for tat going on versus.
I don't think it'll be ongoing. Why? I mean, why would it be ongoing?
Well, you know what
What
I'm
makes it
saying?
ongoing at that point?
With,
It shouldn't be ongoing if somebody did something first and somebody did something back to you. That's it. Like, if you hit somebody and then you hit them back,
right.
I mean, that
that should
should be
be.
it, but
I guess I'm
But
thinking
probably
about
people not gonna
the
be.
fact that men are emotional.
Mhm.
So it's hard for them to sit back and kind of be like, you know what, damn, I did okay. She got her lick back. Now he want another lick. So then now with the woman might feel like, okay, I'm gonna give me another lick. So now for 2 years we've been cheating on each other. You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Because we pretty much both feel like, okay, now I won't be the last one. So let me rail it back to you. You had a chance to answer the question like Perry did. Do you feel like infidelity in the marriage, there should be retaliation, should be expected?
I don't think it should be expected per se. Um, I think that if it happens, it depends on. I'm trying to word this correctly. I feel like when you're in a marriage, you supposed to both love each other like unconditionally and the same.
Mm-hmm.
So
Absolutely, equally.
so if I'm willing to do something for you that you're not willing to do for me, then it's already not fair. So
Right.
basically, it's like, so if you cheat on me and I stay, then if I cheat on you and you leave, I mean, how
Kind of
fair is
like,
that?
damn,
It's like,
right.
damn, I got cheated on, and then you also wouldn't you wouldn't do the same. You wouldn't sit here. You wouldn't do for me basically what I am willing to do for you.
Right. You can't forgive me the way basically I forgave you.
I forgave you.
Okay.
So, at that point, I feel like it's unfair.
Oh, absolutely.
You should be able to kind of take it on the chin. I feel like how somebody else how the person may have had to take it. So,
So
but I
retaliation
don't think
isn't the
it's not.
answer for you, but if that was to be something that you pretty much was like, okay, dang, you take it on the chin like how I did, but that's not something you were basically wouldn't be your go-to, is what you're saying.
No, I don't think it wouldn't be our go-to. I don't think it'd be any woman's go-to.
Right.
No woman, I feel like, wants to like just go out there and cheat
And just have sex with a random man.
Yeah, because like I said, it takes time for a woman to build that type of stuff
Yep.
up. Especially with a man, you're gonna talk to him first, stuff like
Right.
that.
You're gonna be caught a little bit of feelings.
Right.
For
That's what a
him.
woman is gonna do first. She's
Yep.
not gonna just go sleep with a guy. She's gonna talk to somebody 1st,
Mhm.
and then it's gonna go from there. But I think that once that happens, then you kind of in trouble.
Right.
Because for a woman, that means it's more like a feeling involved.
Right.
Because women, like, men, they just go sleep with somebody and it be whatever.
Right. And
They
be
don't even
done.
give a damn
I
about
don't
it.
care about the right.
Yeah, but for a woman, if she sleep with this man, she has been
Yeah.
speaking with him
Yeah.
and getting feelings over the time. So it's kind of like, yeah, it's at this point the marriage is in deep shit. I feel like at
Right.
that point.
Right. So what advice would y'all give to, let's say, one of y'all friends who happen to be a couple, and let's say, Perry, somebody came to you, your guy friend came to you like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I done stepped out, you know what I'm saying? I done went through my chick phone, my wife phone, and now she cheating. You know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I ain't finna be with her no more. What advice would you give to your guy friend knowing what he has done? Would you be like, okay, bro, well, you kind of did, or would you be like, hey, leave her? What advice would you give them? They've been married just as long as you and Brittany. They've been together, but he stepped out. And before he even went to his wife, he just went through her phone and seen that she basically been cheating, talking to some dude, going to his house, having sex with him. And so now he basically venting to you like, I'm finna go ahead and leave her. What would you tell him as a man? What would your advice be as another married man to him? But that's your friend, but he stepped out first. Right. And so he didn't approach his wife yet. He coming to talk to you.
I tell him the right thing to do is don't be telling me first. Talk to her. like
come
what
on
you
now.
Do?
Don't talk to your wife.
What type of advice can I give? I'm not a marriage counselor. I mean, like, what y'all gonna do? Y'all both gonna keep cheating, or
right?
Y'all gonna forgive one another and move on, or
right?
Like, don't tell me first though. Tell
right.
Your wife
go
first.
To, your advice would be go talk to your wife.
I
about
don't
it.
Sleep with you, so
right. Okay, Brittany. Now for you,
let's say listening ear.
Right. Let's say it was vice versa, and your friend who's married, she's a wife. She stepped out on her husband first, so now she going through his phone. She seeing that he been talking to some other chick. He been going over her house, sleeping with her, blah, blah. She ain't confront her husband yet, but she coming to you, Vin, saying, what should I do about this? Now, you know, as a friend that she done stepped out, her husband know about this. She ain't confront her husband yet. She came right to you for advice, talking about she done with him. What would you, as a married woman, what would be your advice to her as a friend, knowing what she has done, knowing, of course, they got kids, they got a union still. You didn't approach your husband yet, but you came to talk to me. What would you tell her as her friend?
mm, I think that, like, for me, like, I'm really big on communication. Like, I think that's like something that's really great about me. And I'm that type of person. Like, I'm the one, I will tell you that I did something.
Mm-hmm.
Because for one, especially if you did it to me,
Mm-hmm.
I'll tell you. I'll be like, "Yep, I did,"
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll go from there and see
Figure
what
it out
how
from
you
there.
want to proceed.
Right.
So I feel like I would be like, you need to speak to him. You need to tell him that obviously he stepped out
Mm-hmm.
and you have stepped out.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously y'all got a problem. Y'all both are stepping out
Mm-hmm.
and see where y'all need to go. But it's no sense in not communicating that. Like I said, I always kind of like try to have an open door policy
Mm-hmm.
with, like, with my husband. Like I'll literally tell him, like, if it's something going on where, like, there's some type of issue, um bedroom issue, whatever it may be, like, you would come talk to me about that, because I promise you, if I'm feeling a certain way where I'm feeling like, okay, like, a dude today told me I was pretty at work and I like that too much,
Mm-hmm.
I will literally go tell him that, because I feel like I'm not the person to keep him in the dark and be like sneaking behind,
Right.
and like, oh, now I'm feeling like this cute thing going on at work.
Mm-hmm.
I'd be like, hey, there's something going on. This guy said that I looked cute today, so I feel like something's we were missing a disconnect. Like, that felt too good for me,
Right.
from someone else. Like, I'm that type of communicator to him. I'd be like, this not not making me feel good. I'm feeling some type of way.
Right.
because I always want to give him that respect to be able to change it around.
Mm-hmm.
So I would definitely tell my friend that she needs to go
Tell her husband.
tell her husband
Yep.
that what she saw that he did,
Mm-hmm.
and also what she's done. Then y'all go from there.
Ain't it crazy how y'all said the same thing though? Both of y'all advice was go talk to your manager.
No, I told
Get
her.
your
I
manager.
said no.
I do not
I
want
said
your
for her to tell on
funds.
her too. I said to tell on herself too.
Yeah.
Perry ain't say that for him to tell on his.
Yeah. Perry said
Perry
go
like,
get
go
him.
bust a bitch out.
Tell the bitch you saw this shit in her phone. And see, in my opinion, I feel like, I would pretty much, my advice to her would be, well, what made you embark on this if, you weren't willing to forgive? You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, this can start a roller coaster of, basically bullshit in a marriage or a relationship that's basically at this point we're crumbling.
Mm-hmm.
Because one mistake, we could have probably bounced back from that, pulled back. Okay, he stepped out, he did some shit. Let's move on from there. But once your angle is to go do something too, and then now he feel like whatever, now we basically on each end we don't have no trust.
Mm-hmm.
I already didn't trust you as the man. Now you don't trust me as your woman. So now we're annoying each other with everything we want to do daily. What you going to the store this late for?
Mm-hmm.
What you want? You want to hang out with your friends again? Huh? Now we've created basically this barrier of there being no trust between you and I, but we are a union. We're married.
Mm-hmm.
So I agree. I think the same thing. I would feel like she should go talk to her husband and say, hey, listen, I've been doing this, I've been doing that, but it's about what you had done to me. And I feel like the guy should have did the same thing. Listen, I went through your phone. You've been talking to this nigga. You've been going over his house. You've been having sex with him. What are we finna do? At that point, if I feel like it ever gets to the point where we both are cheating, we need to have a sit down across from each other and see if this is really for us, because we're obviously both able to entertain other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, are y'all trying to be swingers?
Yeah,
or what?
yeah. What are we doing here? Are we doing something
Open
where we're
relationship?
trying to? Because the thing about it is we idolize a lot of these like celebrity couples. The main celebrity couple I idolized, who I was extremely disappointed in, I'm not gonna lie, is Will and Jada.
Mm-hmm.
And not because they are swingers, it was about how they pretty much got exposed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Then I don't think that Jada got as much backlash as she should have got because she was the woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think if it was vice versa and it was Will who was, all this time with another woman, like how she was with August, that would have been headlines every goddamn where.
Yeah, but what I loved about that with them is the fact that she sat down to her. Everybody was talking about them being able to have that conversation. Everybody talked about that. And
Right.
for me, I love that.
Yeah, I love
I
them being
want
able to
to
have
sit
it.
down and talk to you and tell you, say, and vice versa, what happened. Like she told him, you were not feeling you know, and he took it as a man.
Yeah, he
and
did.
was listening
He
and
did.
saying, like, you right. This time I did not such and such, such and such. Like she's telling him when this went wrong.
Right.
And everybody like, oh, Will was able to listen to that, and his woman saying, but that's the problem. She probably was saying it all along,
Right. Right.
before she even did it. So that's what I'm saying. But now we're here and we in the at the red table talking now.
Right.
The whole world is listening when really, or the whole world is listening to us when really it could have been just us on the couch when I'm talking to you.
Right.
It didn't have to be the whole world,
Right.
but it was so many times where she said that she was literally in front of him, like, I'm dying.
Like, I need some attention.
I need
like
some
more
and he
affection.
was not getting it. And so
What
now
was he
it's
doing?
like,
Filming?
girl, I don't know. He was doing listen, he was doing Disney. But I do want to piggyback off what you said about the forgiving thing. You said you would tell your friend if she forgave, she should, if she stayed, she should have like just been like, that's it kind of thing.
No, I don't feel like she should have been like, that's it. But I also felt like whenever it was conjuring up to that point where you kind of like, okay, I'm finna go to this nigga house. I felt like then I would have been like, listen, let me pull you to the side. Like, kind of like what you said in the beginning. Like, I'm going to go tell Perry about this guy who said I was cute at the job before it get to manifesting it in me. So I'm not saying, I don't agree with that. Cause see, I didn't did retaliation. No, I honestly have. Like, I have done it. So I'm not saying, I don't think no woman or no man should just bow down and be like, you know, I forgave you, so I gotta shut the fuck up now and deal with it. No, I don't think that.
I mean, I don't think there's nothing wrong with a woman to forgive or a man. But I feel like when y'all both come to a table, an agreement of reason why to forgive, you have to you have to give that person something to forgive,
right?
To continue to forgive, or it's gonna turn into anger.
Absolutely,
it's gonna turn into feeling like, okay, you know, this person is taking that for granted. Yeah. And so it's like we can't just be like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna forgive you, but then there's nothing else to back it up, because then we're still stuck at the day where everything happened. Yep, we haven't progressed from that. I mean, the time has passed, but our bodies are still in the same place,
in our mind,
mind is still in the same place, because it's like we really haven't went anywhere, or we haven't done the work that we really need to do to get off of this level.
Absolutely.
So that's
absolutely. Okay, that was just some real spiel right there. We coming to you live right now. We're kicking it with Kay. We got Brittany in the house. We got Perry in the house from BFA, and we are doing the damn thing, baby. Okay,
shout
we
out
are
to the
moving
2
on.
viewers.
Okay. Describe your marriage as a movie title. Now, I know this is kind of like a something you got to kind of have some thought on. So I'm going to give y'all good 30 seconds to think of something.
What's that one Madea?
What's that one Madea, Britt?
When they had the hot grits on the stove.
The family reunion. Medea's family reunion.
Yeah. Medea's family reunion.
How is the title of our marriage?
Medea's family reunion is the title of y'all marriage.
Describe our marriage, the family
Perry
reunion.
just stuck on the grits part that went on in there. Yeah. Wait, hold on, Perry. No, Perry, you don't understand the question, dog.
Oh, my bad.
No, so like, okay, say like the movie Enough. You know what I'm saying? Say you feel like that's the title of your marriage or something like that. But it can't be a scene from a movie. It gotta be the title of the movie, not a scene like like a title of the movie. Like why did fools fall in love? What's love got to do with it? You know what I'm saying? Like one of those type of shows. So like I said, I know y'all might need some time. So we gonna go ahead and I'm gonna beatbox while y'all figure it out.
What's love got to do with it?
What's love got to do with it? Now tell me, Perry, why you picked that? Yeah, we picking your brain today, bro.
Throughout the years, we had some ups and downs, some roller coasters.
Okay.
I ain't never tell her eat the cake, Brittany, or nothing like that.
Okay, Brittany, describe your marriage as a movie title.
I'll say Waiting to Exhale.
Ooh, I wish I had a time machine. That's a good one. Now explain to us why you chose that title.
I just think that since we've been married, first off, we got married when I was young. I was 23 when we got married. And so being that young, marrying somebody, basically, I don't want to say giving your life up, but that is what it is, really. Giving your life up to become a dedicated wife and
Mhm.
then becoming a mother, stuff like that. It's just like then you have life that happen. We
Mhm.
have life that happen to us every day and stuff like that.
Absolutely.
Like he said, we have yet to kind of got to the part where we are like being able to kind of enjoy one another. Because whether it's kids, it's life, it's bills, it's whatever problems me and him may have. So I think that we're still waiting to get to that point in our marriage where it's just like smooth sailing and we got the kids under control, we got life under control, bills
Right.
under control. So just
Right.
still waiting to exhale.
Okay. What's luck got to do with it? And waiting to exhale. Those were great titles, guys. Okay, so this is the last question before we jump into the question game where you would need your markers and you would need your cards that I cut out for you guys. So the last question is describe your marriage as a song. What song you could listen to and be like, this fucking song remind me so much of my marriage, or remind me so much of my wife, or remind me so much of my husband. Now, if you need some time, give you some time. But if you, whichever one of y'all happen to know the answer first, you can chime in at any moment.
Mine would be Future, No Matter What.
Say that again for me.
Mine
Future,
would
no
be
matter what.
Future, No Matter
Oh,
What.
I love that song. No matter what. No matter what. Alexa, play. No, that's funny. Oh, okay.
Oh, look, she was
Okay.
ready.
She
Look,
sure got ready.
She ready.
Okay, Brittany. Now describe your marriage as a song.
I'll say Moving Mountains.
I'm sorry,
You
just
said
wouldn't
Moving
do
Mountains?
it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think Moving Mountains because like he said in that part, but I keep climbing and hoping things.
That song is so
and then
emotional.
when he say the water from the rain washes progress away, it'll be like, like I said,
yes,
it'll be like we'll conquer one thing and then
Here
next
comes
thing you
something
know,
else.
something else comes. So it'll have been like we had made progress in one area and then another area pop up and I'm like, oh Lord, here we go with this.
Right.
Well, we gotta try to get this under control.
Right.
So I feel like but like they said, you just keep climbing and it's like moving mountains. I mean,
Yeah.
you're trying to move, you're trying to keep, but it's can become difficult where it's like shit, like oh my god, all
Yeah, I'm
moving
moving all these damn mountains.
Right,
God damn, how many
exactly.
mountains is Mount Everest?
Right, damn, move this mountain out the way, move this mountain out the way. There go another mountain right there.
Okay, before we hop into this game, guys, I want to ask y'all. I just want some advice from y'all as my sister, as my brother-in-law. I just want to know, like, what advice would y'all give to a woman like me who's 30, single, no kids, fine, nice job,
Stay
nice
that way.
car.
Man.
And I've just been really feeling like I've been I've been dating so many, let me not say so many. I've been dating guys who I feel like serve me no purpose. Like I feel like, with dating these days, it seems like it's just so easy for a guy's his effort to drop down. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like me as a Scorpio woman, I want to be needed every day. I want to be wanted every day. I want to be on your mind every day. I don't want to necessarily be smothered. I just want to be needed. So I don't want to talk to you Monday, Tuesday, but then I'll talk to you Wednesday, Thursday, and then you pop back up on Sunday.
Yeah.
That's something for me where it's inconsistency. So I just want to ask y'all, what is y'all advice on women with no kids dating a man who has kids? What advice would you give to her? Would you be like, hey, try it out? Or would you be like, okay, well, this nigga probably not finna be able to hang with you as much. This nigga got kids. You don't. Maybe he got BM drama. You ain't got no baby daddy drama. Like, what advice would you give to a 30-year-old woman who's trying to date a man who has children and she doesn't have any? And it seems as though maybe his children deflects us from being able to hang out as much. What advice would you give? Would you be like, girl, move on, go find you a nigga with no kids? Or what would be your advice? I'm gonna start with you, Brett.
I don't think like okay, when I met Perry and I found out he had a kid, I almost didn't date him because I was like, I'm not dating any more guys with kids. But then his baby mother lived out of town, and so did his child. So for me, I felt like it wasn't gonna be that hard of a. It was the very thing that you're talking about that I didn't want to have to go through anymore. Like I don't want to have to deal with your baby mama. I don't want to have to deal with you every other time.
You got your kid this weekend. Now we can't kick it.
I had told myself in my mind I wasn't doing that anymore.
Okay.
But then when I met him and I was like, oh, okay, what is the deal? slight different because they are not here.
Okay.
So I feel like at your age, I definitely will want to date someone who is just as flexible as I am,
As free as I am.
as free as I am.
Okay.
So yeah, I would definitely be like, okay, no kids will be a thing for me. Like he would have to have no
Absolutely.
kids.
No kids. And it's no shot towards the men who do have kids. It's just very hard for a woman who doesn't have kids. And I'm not bringing you this energy. I'm not telling you, oh, my baby daddy over here, and he
Yeah.
dropping the kids. I'm not giving that to you. So for you to give it to me, it's kind of like, why am I not? Why am I dealing with you? But do I want to continue dealing with you? Because let's say I work all during the week.
Mhm.
I'm only off on the weekend. If that's when you got your kids, when the fuck we gonna kick it?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Or it could be that instance where it's like, okay, we supposed to hung out, but then
Right.
you got to get your baby. All of a sudden, your baby mama working late or something.
Exactly.
So your life is not your own.
Yeah, your life isn't your
So,
own.
yeah.
And don't get it twisted. I would never expect for no man to put a woman or put no coochie before they kids.
Right.
So I understand a man saying, hey, I got to keep my kids longer. But you got to understand me not talking to you no more after that. You know what I'm saying? Because now I'm looking at it like, okay,
It keep
if
happening.
if it happens more than once, I'm already in a situation where I'm kind of like, okay, well, let me just get this nigga this one time. Things happen. Once it's a pattern and it's happening again, you know what I'm saying? On top of the inconsistency with how much we're talking during the week, I'm starting to ask myself, are you even anybody I want to associate with?
Mm-hmm.
So with dating, especially trying to find love, or not even trying to find it, because I'm not trying to find anything. I'm just chilling. And the things that's coming towards me, it hasn't been anything I feel like is solid. I feel like I'm running, or I'm talking to, guys who can only serve me a purpose for that day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Okay, we kicked it this day. It was fun. Okay, oh my God. But then the next day, we ain't on the same shit.
Yeah, and it's even different with y'all dating. It like I look at the dating scene, or just seeing you in a dating scene, or other people,
Yeah, the dating
friends and stuff
pool.
like that. The dating is this. Like, I mean, we've been to your house before we've been to like a restaurant. Like, that's
Right.
not how we were when
Right.
we were growing up as far as dating. Like, you
Yep.
took us somewhere. I mean, you took us to Applebee's.
Right.
Like, you did
somewhere.
You took us somewhere. You dare not ask us to come over and watch a movie first.
But
like,
you know what? He ain't saying come out to eat. Let me take you to Olive Garden. He wants you to come to his house because he's trying to score.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying
Uh-huh.
the men that when we were growing up, they didn't operate like that. So
Right.
now it's even like the first date is at your house.
Exactly.
I'm not coming to your house.
Exactly. And then not only is that your house, but you can't even accommodate me the way a man should. Well, this is how I feel. And I come from both ends because y'all know I've been very vocal and honest about my sexuality. I am bisexual.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
I know how it is to deal with a nigga. I know how it is to deal with a female.
Mm-hmm.
So if I was sitting here as a female who finna have another chick come over, she not finna to bring me nothing. I've invited you to my house.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we sitting here. I'm finna have you embellish on everything that you can walk into.
Right.
It might be some strawberries on the table. It might already be the TV going, the heat cranked up. I got some wine for us. I probably got some lotion on the table to rub your feet. Cause you coming into my domain.
Mm-hmm.
It's for me to make you comfortable. I don't think men know how to do that. So you too busy trying to feel like you got me over here. So now we finna lay up and we finna have sex.
Mm-hmm.
Let's say I do give you some. If the consistency during the week is at an all-time low, I'm not returning to give you more. You know what I'm saying? So the goal isn't to get the pussy, it's to be able to keep getting it.
Yeah.
And that's what I think niggas mess up at. You got it one time, you think you win, you're not, now you out. You know what I'm saying? Because you didn't keep the flow going. So that's just how I feel like we're trying to find love these days, or even date a guy these days. It's very hard for me because I feel like I said, it could be the Scorpio in me, but I like to feel needed. Like,
mm-hmm.
Good morning, Michaela.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon. What you eat?
Right.
How's your asthma? You know what I'm saying? I like to feel like that. I don't like to feel like we can kick it on Monday, but Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, you ain't even have to reach out to me and say nothing.
Yeah, you don't know if I'm dead or nothing.
You don't know what's going on.
That's not the right energy. Anybody that can go without talking to you, they don't really care about you.
Exactly.
They want to know how your day is. That's not it. No.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think the inconsistency for me is a really big turn off at 30 years old. I just think that dating is, for me, I don't really feel like I would even prefer to date until I actually move out of Wisconsin.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly don't feel like my husband is here in Milwaukee. That's
mm-hmm.
that's just honesty. I don't feel like he's here. And so if I know that, what am I dating for?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it's very hard out here. I know y'all are not in this field. Y'all been married for 11 plus years, but it's very hard out here to even find somebody that I feel like is just genuinely into you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so shout outs to all the women out there like me who, you know what I'm saying, out here, great job, great car, you got a great motive about yourself, good dedication, you know what I'm saying, and you just out here just trying to find somebody that understands you and wants you as much as you want love. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to us who just, hopeless romantics.
I say the same thing though, sis. Just,
Yeah.
make sure he compatible with you. Single, no kids, car, job, house.
Yeah.
And y'all can go over one another house and get to know one another.
Come
Go
on.
on dates. Y'all will have more time for one another.
Exactly. I agree. Well, thank you guys for the advice. I really needed it. Okay, well, we are still kicking it with mother freaking K right now. Right now, we're going to turn it up a little bit before we end this pod. We got this game going. I need both of y'all to take y'all markers and get y'all cards. You know what I'm saying? And we are going to get it lit. Okay, we're kicking it with K. And when you're kicking it with K, you're kicking it the right way. And that's just boom, bam, boom. Okay, so how this game will go is I will ask you all a question. Now, obviously, your mates can't see the answer, so you can't write like that. So, we're going to see how much you guys know about your union if you all have the same answers.
Okay.
So, the first question is, how did you guys first meet? Which I think Perry told us that, but we can still do that one. We met when I cussed Brittany out and told her to come down the one. We met at Gloria house. Granny Gloria. Shout outs to Gloria right now who's watching the kiddos.
What up, Mom?
Period.
So when do we gotta wait a minute?
Okay. Are y'all both have your answers? Okay, you can turn your cards over in 1, 2, 3. Okay, all right. Okay, y'all have the same answer. All right, little union. All right. Where did you go on your first date? Where did Perry looking at Brittany? Where did you go on your first date where y'all said, let's go here? No, neither one of y'all. Perry.
Yeah, I'm still thinking.
Brittany writing, she must
That was a
know.
long time ago, and I smoked too much CBD. What was it, Brittany? Help me out.
First date, Perry. Think
I
about
it's
it.
wrong. You always snap on me about this, but for some reason I keep thinking it's this. I'm gonna always say this. So
You guys both got your answers?
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3.
whew.
Okay, all right.
Applebee's.
Applebee's. Okay, now make me want to get married. All right, next question. Who is your spouse's celebrity crush?
So we gotta say him first, and then we turn the. So then I gotta say mine, and you gotta see if he got. The
Yeah,
right
I'm gonna ask Perry his question first, his answer first. So Perry, who is your celebrity
No, she
crush?
gotta say, ask me. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So Perry, who's your celebrity crush?
Yeah, it's a tie between Kelly Rowland and old girl off of Medea's Christmas.
Tika Sumper.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see Brittany's answer. Oh my gosh, she had them both down. Okay. And Brittany, who is your celebrity crush?
I went in order too.
He went in order. He don't even know the order.
I know it.
Brittany, you over here crushing on men's.
I like Michael Ealy and Teddy from Black Ink.
Okay, and Perry, what is your
I
answer?
started to put him as the fourth, but Michael Ealy, Morris Chestnut, and Idris Elba.
Okay, got that Michael Ealy on there.
You don't like
Brittany, you love Michael Ealy.
Yeah, that's it. I don't like Morris Chestnut or Idris
I was
Elba.
just watching the movie.
Best
What
Man
movie?
Holiday.
Yeah.
Best Man Holiday.
Yeah, with Morris Chestnut.
Yeah, that don't mean I like him.
Oh, I thought you
And
did.
then Idris Elba got that stupid accent. I hate accents.
I like both of them.
I got it right. Michael Ealy's
You got it
number
right.
one.
Michael Ealy is the number one
The
one.
other one, she did.
Okay, so right now, y'all, the Davenports are
I'm
4.
gonna get in bed.
Y'all are 4 and
Get off
4.
my man. No,
Exactly. Okay.
Bel Air.
Michael
Dad?
Ealy.
I said she better.
Oh,
No,
Michael
Michael
Ealy.
Ealy.
Oh, Michael Ealy.
He better back off of Viv.
Right, exactly. That's what
Period.
That's what he better
Uncle
do.
Phil. Uncle Phil gonna
ain't
call
finna play.
Jeffrey.
No,
He looking like Tay Diggs. Okay.
he is Haiti's brother or something.
Who
Jeffrey.
said I love you first? Who said it first? No, them markers was moving fast on this one. Y'all know who said it. Okay, if y'all ready, y'all can flip it over in 1, 2, 3. Okay, Perry. Lover, 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 lover.
I think that was after that. What's the name? What I said at the beginning.
After what? Now y'all got to tell me what he said later on in the pod over now. Okay.
We can say it on air.
No,
It's okay. We
Mama
grown.
is- I
Hey,
Is she
Mom.
watching her making her gumbo?
Right, imagine making gumbo,
I'm
dog.
playing her
Oh, yeah, that's
98.3.
tomorrow, right, Lady K?
Yes.
You got to shout that out, Lady K.
Lady K's Kitchen will be popping tomorrow at the
Dior Gallery.
located at.
I'm gonna get y'all the address before we go.
Yeah. But if y'all have heard of that place, Lady K's Kitchen will be down there tomorrow promoting her gumbo, the best Louisiana style gumbo you have ever in your life tasted. We will be dropping the location before this pod is over. Okay.
And make sure y'all get Kicking It with K autograph.
Period. Get my autograph. I will be there. And my shirt. Okay. Next question. What is your spouse's favorite movie?
See, mine is easy.
Mine is easy too.
Pierre, she say it all the
I
time.
say it all the time. I watch it all the time.
You just
now you should have even just said that.
It ain't Best Man Holiday. Fred. Fred, that worked from Perry said yes. Okay, so Brittany, what is your favorite movie?
The Best Man Holiday.
Okay, Perry, what's your favorite movie?
Scarface.
Okay, no, hold on. Y'all got them all right so far. Best marriage ever. Okay, moving on. What is your spouse's favorite holiday? I think Perry's is his birthday. Fred. Okay, y'all, as they get their answers together, I want to just once again say we are kicking it with Kay, and we are lit today. I have been gone, but I am back. I had to start it off real nice and soft with Black Love. Nothing's better than Black Love. I enjoy all love, but Black Love, the best love.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on upstairs. I hear Juvenile.
Yeah,
back
they
that ass
get
up.
kicking it upstairs now.
Man, happy birthday.
Okay.
Lit.
So, Brittany, what is your favorite holiday? I already know yours.
My favorite holiday is Halloween.
Okay, Perry, what you got?
Put Halloween / Thanksgiving.
Okay, he got Halloween on there. He was smart with the slash on there though.
It was kind of like a time. I think it's Halloween,
It's always been Halloween. It made it worse when she had her daughter on Halloween. Bang, look,
but shout out to
kicked in
Kaylin. Hey,
in.
Kaylin.
Okay, shout outs to my mocha pies. Oh my god, it's a chocolate bar. Okay, and Brittany, what is your favorite holiday? Perry, what is your favorite holiday?
4th of July.
I said Thanksgiving.
And his birthday. I knew I.
Perry always said his favorite holiday since he was so I don't know why he said 4th of
Hey, how
July.
did it go to the 4th of July?
The fireworks. And my birthday the next day.
Okay. We moving on. Y'all are still in the running. Y'all have got no answers wrong.
She did.
All right.
Oh yeah, you got
The
that
last
one.
one.
Well, Perry,
Well,
you
it's kind of sort of right.
yeah, because you kind of
And
sort
he
of.
got one wrong too, because he heard you say the Best Man
Oh
Holiday.
yeah, he wasn't gonna know the answer to that.
No,
Perry,
No,
you
I
wasn't.
didn't know if it was White Chicks or Forrest
He
Gump.
always do
He
Some
said
white
white
movie.
chicks.
It's always a white movie on our TV.
Okay, we moving on to the next
Keep telling
question.
her to watch them Tubi movies.
No.
Oh
for all
my
the
god, them
black
Tubi
folks.
movies that have you feel like you on
That
locust.
had you having people walking down the street in their movie.
Oh, that Black Karen 2K, that shit pissed me off. That was like a
I heard
comedy,
about that. I'm like, I'm
Okay.
so
and it
upset
was
that
like
I even.
11 minutes.
I'm so upset, y'all. I'm so sorry for suggesting that. Like at the end of the day, they should never put it up there.
Now that real Karen,
Nah, that was.
Shit.
Oh my god. Shit, let me come down off the
That
off the
bitch was
truck.
crazy.
Why was she on that lady car?
I smell marijuana. Like, bitch, I'm outside smoking.
She said you probably have
weed.
to smoke your weed. Okay. What is your spouse's worst habit? The main thing you kind of like this one, doing this shit again. 2. I haven't been able to see my time stamp all this time like I usually do.
Up there, say 1 minute. We've been live.
Oh,
Or 1 hour.
1
I can't.
hour.
I
1
can't
hour.
see it.
Oh.
That whatever light this is, I can't see
Oh.
nothing up
I
there.
think it's that one.
Yeah, we've been live for 1 hour.
Okay.
Even. Yeah, 1 hour and 3.
Okay. Okay. So, what is your spouse's worst habit? What do you feel like Brittany's is?
You better not say it on air. 'Cause I know you gonna say. He's gonna say, "Dig in my nose." Is it my nose? Is it my nose? I know you're gonna say that.
That should be irritating. Don't be no booger. She just. What is wrong with her nose?
I don't even dig in my nose. I just.
Oh my
I
god.
blow it.
Okay, I don't know if she ever told you, but I used to call her an ex-dope fiend. So
He
how
always
dope
be like,
fiends
something
always
wrong with
mess
your
their
nose. I knew you were gonna say digging in my nose.
Oh my god. Okay. What would you
Like,
say
it bothers
Perry's
me.
is,
Like
Britt?
King, he
Now
does it
King
now.
does it.
He do it too?
His
Oh my
nose be
god.
bleeding and shit. I'm like,
Oh my god.
just don't
Okay.
look right.
So, what do you feel like Perry's worst habit is? Smoking. You gotta add some clarity up and kicking. Well, he's smoking. He's smoking.
Anything. He smokes a lot of stuff, and he didn't smoke anything when I met him.
Okay, so a lot of stuff
He
is.
Well,
smokes
not
Black
heavily.
and Mouse. He smokes
CBD.
CBD. Yeah. So
Okay.
all of that stuff. Like I said, he's a very very heavy smoker, and me, I don't date smokers, and so basically he's something now. He's doing a habit that he
The
wouldn't.
kids intensify my
He.
smoking.
I mean, I don't know how many blacks a day Perry smokes. Like, it's like every time I turn around, he's smoking. He going to get a black. He wake up at 5 in the morning, going to get a black. 3 in the morning, getting a black. Like, I'm just like, or he's smoking CBD. Like, it's the worst habit ever in the world.
Okay. So our last question, you guys, is where is your spouse's dream vacation? What's the one place they always say they want to go and visit? I want to go here. I wish I can go there. I wish we could go here together.
I literally just told him this the other day. Because we supposed to be picking 2 places to go.
All right.
Okay. So what is your dream vacation, sis?
A Punta Cana.
Okay. What you got, Perry?
Jamaica.
Is that the same thing?
No.
Okay. And
No,
Perry, where's your
I
dream
wanna go to
vacation?
Punta Cana.
Colorado.
Colorado. Oh my God. I think Brittany won, Perry. Y'all both still did so great. Like, y'all knew each other to the T. I think Perry only got like one wrong.
Only the movie.
Yeah, only the
Really.
movie one wrong. So y'all
I did
pretty
say
much.
the other day I
The
wanted to go to.
movie one.
I
You mean Jamaica?
said I wanted to go to Jamaica and Punta Cana, but anytime I be like talk about a dream,
Mhm.
I say I want to go to Punta Cana. But I did just say the other day,
And she
like,
did just say that.
we gotta pick 2 places to try to go, and I said I want to go to Punta Cana and Jamaica.
Okay, all right. So I feel like all these questions were very informative. I'm happy you guys were able to come out with me today and kick it with Kay. I'm gonna end my podcast off with a quote that really stood out to me, which is,
Wait, don't forget the mama thing.
I'm not the ideal. She already sent it to me. The ideal marriage is 2 imperfect people refusing to give up on one another.
I like
The
that.
The ideal marriage is 2 imperfect people refusing to give up on one another. You know what I'm
Dope.
saying? That's just how I feel. I just that's just real love, you know. We refuse to give up. You know what I'm saying? So black love is a great thing. Shout outs to all the couples who've been striving, all the couples who have had ups and downs, but still working it out, still doing what they got to do as far as their kids, as far as whatever it might be, to have you still holding that glue together. Don't forget, come out tomorrow to Kay's Kitchen, Lady Kay's Kitchen. It will be located at the Dior's Gallery at 10855 North Park Place in the plaza across from Educators Credit Union. You come out there and get you the best Louisiana gumbo you've ever tasted from Lady K's.
From 12 to 3.
From 12 p.m. to 3 p.m. You will not be
Tomorrow.
disappointed. This is tomorrow, honey. So we were lit today. Thank you to both of my guests for coming out. I most definitely appreciate it. This was all about Black love, and we are out.